Hey everyone, Seth Rosen here, designer at Klei Entertainment, working on Don't Starve Together. Got today with me
Mark LaPrairie, engineer on Don't Starve Together. We just put out a new patch yesterday.
Yeah, our first update. Not
Yeah.
not a patch, Mark, an update.
A
It's
full-blown
different.
update with content and stuff, not just fixing our broken bits.
Well, I mean, it's like a different type of content, right? Like we've been hot fixing and like adding sort of features that are required for like a sort of robust multiplayer experience.
Yeah, sorry, I had chat open. Plaid spotted. Where's you got this like really deep
God,
V-neck,
fucked
but
up.
no plaid.
Hold on, do I have a plaid shirt here? I might have to. No, I don't think I do.
Yeah. You always carry a spare plaid shirt just in case.
Yeah, God, I should. Man, I want to make a plaid ghost, like sheet ghost costume now.
Yeah, I saw like on Reddit there was like a picture and it was like, oh, I'm working in San Francisco, and then it was a picture of everyone in plaid in his office, and
That seems about right.
it's the same. It's a West Coast thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't wear plaid when I was working in Boston.
No.
And then I moved here, and now.
I'm from the prairies, so I wore a lot of plaid. You
Does that have anything to do with your last name?
know, it's the
Killed
translation is the prairie.
Oh.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, in Canada you take a mandatory 8 years of French education. One class.
Is that true?
Yeah. You take, instead of like Spanish or something,
Yeah.
you take one class of French every year, I think, is for your first 8 years of school, and you learn nothing. I learned that la is the feminine form of the prairie.
There you go.
Yeah, so let's, we're going to be playing some Don't Starve
Yeah,
together.
this is Rhymes with Play, which is our weekly Devcast. Last week, James and Jason were on here showing off Invisible Ink, which is in early access right now. That game is rad. You should check it out. And we're here today with Don't Starve Together. We've got, just as of a couple days ago, these Beefalo plushies went up on our store. It's store.kleinentertainment.com. You can get this guy right here. There's also a chill Beefalo, which is like sort of an albino Beefalo. He's got red eyes and like sort of off-white fur. They're both rad. The chill Beefalo is a limited edition. Only some smallish number of them were made worldwide. So if you want a cool, special, limited plush thing, that's the thing you should get.
I heard rumblings that like they're selling so well, the regular ones, that you better hurry.
Yeah, no, we've seen a lot of sales the last few days, so if you do want one, why
Run.
not get a Christmas present now for yourself?
Yeah, the toys are awesome. Like
They are.
Corey does all the toys, and he just does an awesome job.
Yeah.
So like it's probably some of the best like indie game merchandise you can get right now.
Yeah, it's super high quality. The company we work with, ESC Toys, does really, really good fabrication work.
Yeah.
And he like helps us. Although the Beefalo are made by Sanshi, but yeah, really, really high quality stuff in general. Are there any folks you recognize from the stream that we want to say hi to? LW's here.
A
Hey,
potato
LW.
cup toy now, please.
You heard it here, Corey. We need the potato cup.
Yeah. I saw somebody else mention that they learned 2 words in French, 2 colors, and that's
Oh.
it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a grade 7 French education right there.
I know that vert is green,
Yeah. Yes.
and I didn't take any French.
Yeah. You're good. Blanche.
I also know
is white.
baguette.
Yes, avec fromage. I'm in Paris in a couple of days, and I think my
Oh,
my
is that where
friend.
you're going for your honeymoon?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in
Awesome.
Paris there, and hopefully my French education kind of pulls me through there.
I think locals will welcome you with open arms.
Yes, baguette avec fromage, please.
Boeuf.
Both.
Anyways.
Lots of compliments on my pronunciation.
Yeah, you're doing it good.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes.
I think you're correct.
Yeah, are we going to be giving away keys? Yes, I
Yeah,
think we have
keys.
a
10
lot.
batches of 2. So 10 winners today, each of whom will get 2 keys. This might be some of the last people that get 2 keys at once, because we're going to be moving towards giving the same number of keys out, but individual keys to people who sign up for the beta so that we can get more of the 80,000 people in sooner, because I know a lot of those people are anxious to play.
Yeah, it seems like every sort of Don't Starve post or tweet now usually is followed by like 10 posts of like, you guys haven't let me in yet, so why don't you stop talking about your game and fix this?
Yeah.
So this will get us through that number
But
twice
not
as
everyone's
fast.
in the game.
Yeah, but they will be. And
That's
then,
true.
And then
Yeah, we will absolutely be getting that out to everyone. It's just a matter of how quickly that happens.
yeah, and you know, like, although we're introducing new content, it's like content that should have kind of needs to be there to make the game a lot of fun and make it a multiplayer experience. So you're just kind of missing out on the game with a couple pieces still coming together. So
Yeah.
all magic, everything synergy.
That's basically what I do as a designer. Mark figured it out, so I might be out of a job soon.
Yeah, I can practically design my way out of this room.
Yes.
I think we should. Are we going to do a public server?
Yeah, we'll do a public server. We're about to push a hotfix probably right after this stream that will be increasing the default supported number of players up to 6. So that'll be cool, but we'll actually, shoot, I probably need to hack it real quick.
We forgot to code our hacks in.
So excuse me for a moment while I kind of talk with half of my brain and make code edits at the same time.
So somebody's asking about the size comparison of the Chester to the Beefalo. I'm wired in, so I'm going to try to,
You got Slack.
I got a cord there. So here is a size comparison. And then you could open up the guy like so, and then put your Beefalo in like that, and then that explained? Okay, I think I got it.
Good demo, Mark. I like that. Oh, it's in tuning, isn't it? Data scripts, tuning.
I fixed it.
Max players. You want to do 6, 8?
We can do 8.
Let's do 8.
Actually, with this patch, we also pushed a bunch of performance improvements, so 8 people doesn't go down to like 5 FPS like it used to.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the big things we've got going on here is just trying to fix up the code, and they're usually just silly mistakes on our part to make it expand to more players. We're working on dedicated servers.
We are learning things every day about how to properly make a multiplayer game.
Yes. Yes, we are learning that we didn't know as much as we thought we did. But we're getting there.
We are. Yeah, are there any other questions from chat before we get started? It's just about like our official stream start time.
Yeah, we don't want to give, people come on the stream, they can't join, they're sad, everybody's hurt.
Everyone's sad.
This is like the first time we've streamed and I haven't seen like a million comments like, oh my god, Mark's here instead of Jamie. I'm leaving. So I'm doing good. It's because I had the plaid, I think. It threw them off. They think I know how to talk now. You should make a plaid shirt for the Beefalo? Yes. Agreed.
Yes. I also agree. Sorry, I'm like still setting stuff up a little bit, so.
Yeah, so I will grab the mic here. So to speak. So yeah, what we're going to do is a 8-player server. We're just going to create it, and anybody who's in the beta can jump right in and play with us.
Yeah.
And we'll see what you guys have done now. Last time there was a few surprises. Somebody spawned as an unsupported character, but we fixed that bug. So so the server name will be Rhymes with Play, and it looks like we're going to generate a new awesome map.
Yeah, so one of the, so the update that we did yesterday, whole bunch of like performance enhancing stuff, bunch of bug fixes, all that kind of thing. But the new content that we put in, one, we added official support for Wolfgang, one of our old characters who's actually for a while been my favorite character. So I'm excited about that. And then we've got meteor showers that happen over time now in the rocky biomes, and that is a way to replenish some of the basic resources you need, like rock and flint. And they also have a chance to drop a new moon rock inventory item, which you can use to craft some crazy spacey walls.
Whoa! I got a moon rock last night, and I got hit by a meteor, so I didn't get to play with it. So
you're welcome.
I don't know where to go with that, but your meteorites seem to target people.
They don't anymore. The original implementation would like follow players and just like spawn them around them, but now it's more like it happens in a certain part of the world.
Yeah, no, so with that, so we obviously have a huge backlog of characters, and we're working through it. And I guess, was there any particular thought as to why this is the character we're releasing now?
Frankly, because it was the least work.
I thought he was going to come up with a better lie.
No. Well, I think it's important for people to understand like the degree to which that is often the case, that decisions and sort of order of things getting done happens. Like, we have a lot of work to do. We have probably like 300 bugs in our database with a team of now like 10.
Yeah, we've actually ramped up quite a bit.
Yeah, we've added a few people in the last couple weeks, which is going to be really good going forward, but it takes some time to kind of get them up to date. But yeah, like, I mean, so basically it's a question of like, okay, we can add Wolfgang or we can add Wendy. Wendy has this like weird mechanic where she's got a flower that belongs to her, and it's like her sister who's this ghost, and how does that work in a multiplayer context? Whereas Wolfgang is just like, okay, we have this like sort of changing animation build and changing stats that we need to sync, but we don't actually have to like figure out how that operates in a multiplayer context. It's just about like making sure that clients and hosts see the exact same thing, and that's a much easier solved problem than like figuring out how an entity behaves in a completely different context than it previously existed.
Yeah, like Don't Starve has a lot of content.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't we have caves? Because we have to get the overworld first.
Yeah, we got to shore that up.
Yeah.
And I think we actually are going to start. Caves is still like a big unknown because it is like a whole separate world and we have to solve a lot of technical problems there. But I think we're going to start adding some of the Reign of Giants content in kind of piecewise. And there are obviously some technical problems to solve there just because like some people own it and some people don't. But we're going to try and push that content into the game sooner rather than later, just not like months down. We take, instead of the alternative, which is like take a whole bunch of time and get Reign of Giants all working and then drop it all at once. We want to kind of like get some of the more impactful things in sooner rather than later.
Yeah, no, that's my preference too.
Yeah.
It's just rather than hold it up and then 6 months later you finally get Reign of Giants.
Yeah.
Get the important bits.
I think it's going to be better for our sanity and better for players having more exciting content sooner.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we ready to kick off the server?
Okay. So let's click over to our Don't Starve view.
Yeah, I saw lots of questions about meteorites and how that works. Right now you don't summon them down. It's basically they're placed in the world in the rocky biomes. And so when you go and you mine those areas out, we have the ability to, over time, replenish those resources with meteorites from space.
Yes.
From space.
They came from the moon.
What else? Trying to think of some other stuff to update you guys on. Dedicated servers are looking a lot better now. Some people
you've been churning on that a whole bunch.
Yeah, some people snuck into them at the start of last patch.
Was that like Rezashiv and those folks?
Yeah, and they didn't know how we got it. They were asking us how we got the password. They're like, how did you get into our secret server?
I don't know.
Yeah, and then
Let's play as Wolfgang.
Yeah, that sounds like a very appropriate thing.
Yeah, Wolfgang. All right, so the server's up. It's called Rhymes with Play. Feel free to join us if you're on watching this stream. Have a cool time with us.
Oh, okay, we know it works now. That's good. It's always waiting for the first person to join in a multiplayer game. So Seth's using some of the new emotes.
Yes, we added emotes. That was the other thing we added to this update.
Could you explain that last emote? Because I don't understand, Seth. I just don't get it.
So I really love the scene in the first Spider-Man movie where Spider-Man enters the cage match and this makes me so happy.
This is the game we always meant to make. It was just a lot of emotes.
So in that scene, Spider-Man is like kind of first starting to figure out how to fight, and he goes and enters this cage match, and the guy that he's fighting is Randy Macho Man Savage, playing this like professional wrestler called Bonesaw. And when Bruce Campbell, who also has a cameo in this scene, as the like MC of the match, comes into the ring. He like introduces Bonesaw, and Bonesaw grabs the mic and goes, "Bonesaw is ready."
Yeah, that sums it up. We have like a chat program in our work, and for some reason there's a Bonesaw emote in that.
Not for some reason, because I made it.
Okay. I thought it just like just appeared.
No, I mean it did, but that was because of me. So it's just a thing that I think is funny, and it was a way for me to, like, in a goofy way, to insert a little bit of myself into the game.
Yeah, wait till you find my Easter eggs. I don't know if I have them yet. I feel like every time I write an Easter egg, like a response or something, you go and clean it up because it's like, Mark, no one wants this Easter egg.
Well, I mean, like, I do often do that, but most of it is more because, like, there's a certain tone of, like, our humor. Oh, that's a weird bug. I guess you don't get the colon if the name is very long. Resident Chief said I left you some presents on the dedicated server.
Oh. I heard a question here. Did Seth make the chat program? No, it's Slack.
Yeah.
But if he did, I think it just got valued at like $1 billion.
Yeah,
so,
God, I'm going to be rich.
Yeah.
That's not true.
You didn't get your cut of the $1 billion.
But I made them a cool emote. What else do they want?
I don't know. Like, I feel like you're responsible for at least 1/10 of that program.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a fair assessment. So one of the things this is weird. Willow seems to be stuck. I don't know.
You're gonna have to hunt down Willow. Did you?
No,
put on
now
PvP?
they're not stuck anymore.
Oh.
I guess maybe there's some bugs with action prediction.
So we have a whole new like prediction system going on now, and so it fixes most of the snapback problems you saw, but it's still got a couple rough edges, I guess. Somebody has a 700 ping. That person probably isn't going to have a good time. In fact, I'm not going to say kick them, but I mean 700 ping is a little unreasonable.
Ban is now a thing that you can do. We added functionality for that. I'm apparently only an OK host, probably because I'm streaming at the same time.
Yeah, and so actually dedicated servers, there's lots of questions going on in the chat here. So dedicated servers are an entirely different build of the game with no graphics engine built in. And so it actually is much, much faster than a regular version of the game. So you can get more people on with a higher frame rate than you can when you're hosting the game yourself. And they're sort of persistent. You can leave them on like a cloud hosting solution like Amazon, have them churning around 24 hours a day. And so we're experimenting a lot with that. We have a couple servers up. They're password protected and it's a secret. So you have to figure it out, I guess, if you want to play. But they're going to be out as fast as we can get it out, basically. The tech is working. It's just like some of the gameplay stuff is lagging behind.
Yeah.
Where it's like when you die on a dedicated server, it's not the same. The world's never going to reset. There's all sorts of like weird implications with that. Having the resources respawn, like the meteorites, is a partial fix, right?
But there's also like figuring out what happens if you die in this sort of environment and there's no one around.
Yes, that is correct. I responded to chat instead of you. I'm sorry, I'm not a multitasker.
I am only partially that. Give me that flint. Yes.
Will there be an ARM version of the dedicated server? It's Linux and Windows right now. Like we host it on Amazon and a cheap cloud hosting company called DigitalOcean, trying to like look at what the low-end servers might look like.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't think that's ARM. I think that's not. Sorry.
Those are definitely letters, Mark.
Yeah. I'm the engineer. Seth's the designer.
Not to be trusted.
So what are you guys building a base this time? Like,
I guess. I have just been kind of like wandering around and trying to get like my first axe and pickaxe so far. Which I've now done, so I'm good to go.
I hear people are selling their keys on eBay.
They're jerks. They shouldn't do that.
No, I mean, that's a
fine.
great idea. I need a
Little bump in your pay. It's fine. It's fine, Mark. It's
do you have
okay.
fire? Do you have fire?
I have fire right over there.
You can just go. It's so scary.
It's okay. Everything's fine.
People want to run servers on Raspberry Pis. Yeah, that's an idea. I am not guaranteeing it as a top priority, but I have my Raspberry Pi at home, so maybe one day.
So one of my favorite things that I did was for the Bonesaw emotes only, you can type as many repeats of the individual letters, and it will still. It seemed true to the character, so.
I see a lot of comments.
Bonesaw. What?
Yeah,
I'm an adult.
You're an adult. Like, I think you stayed late some day after work to do this. It's like, no, people need
It took me like
to be
10
able.
minutes, but yeah, it was an important thing.
There's a lot of comments about TF2 in our chat, so I don't know. Somebody's saying, no, this is not TF2. That is correct. This is Don't Starve Together.
It's a different video game.
It has emotes as well. It's a survival game.
Well, TF2 doesn't actually have emotes. It just has
Taunts.
taunts.
No,
yeah.
you can dance now. And stuff.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. They always do like
God.
the Macarena.
Dancing. Who does that? It's just the Running Man right now
what?
because we don't have a real dance in him. So I just made it do the run loop.
Yeah.
But it does look pretty goofy.
Yeah, we're going to churn out a bunch more emotes.
Yes,
Fun, yeah.
we will definitely be adding more. And it's also, like, the way that system is set up, it should be super easy to mod additional ones as well, if people want to make their own.
Yeah, I think
Although I haven't tried that.
last time I was on stream, I mentioned we were starting to finally look at mods and mod support, and we've been making great progress with that. I don't know if we've announced anything about it yet, but we're getting close to actually having something we can show off where like mods will be part of servers and games, and it's going to be really, really cool. You can play, like I saw somebody on Reddit posted, they made Don't Starve Together soccer, and you have a rabbit in the middle. And
Yes, I saw that. It's so cool.
And so, like, I mean, stuff like that is going to be absolutely awesome, where you can jump in and somebody's made the world their own. I'm really excited to jump onto those servers. What happened to the facepalm emote?
Oh man, it's actually so nice that like we have the full font and it actually matches the like character font now. So you can do like actual smiley faces in it.
Yeah.
Works now.
Did we just end up drawing the font by hand? Or
Yeah, Jeff like manually drew all the characters that were missing.
Yeah, because I remember when I was implementing like this chat widget the first time, and I looked and the font was missing all these characters, and we bought it from somewhere, and it's all hand drawn, and Jeff just goes, whatever, I'll just magically like prove that I know how
I'm a
to draw
wizard,
fonts.
so I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah, it's just like
Jeff's a lord,
yeah.
an art lord.
So now we have the best version of this font. It's like
That's
a feature.
true.
That doesn't make you buy the game. I don't know what will.
It's impossible. You're a lost cause.
People asking more about mods, texture mods, things like that. Yeah, like what we're working on is like if a server is modded, how you might join a modded server and make sure you have the compatible client side of the mod. So that's what we're looking into, the feasibility of that. I think we actually have a little mod icon now if your server is set to have a mod installed.
Yes, if mods are enabled now, the server listing, like the details there, will show that mods are enabled.
Yeah.
And you can like click a button and view the list of mods that are enabled.
I see a lot of people angry about the missing facepalm emote. I actually tried to facepalm when I was testing this patch, and it didn't work, and I thought it was a bug.
Yeah, so the Rezushi was just actually...
Jeff the Lord hashtag.
No, that's a good point, Rezushi. We do... yeah, because there are some... That'll probably be in like mod configuration info along with all that other kind of sort of compatibility stuff, but we do need to add support for like client-only mods, basically.
Yeah, so like
make a mental note to mention that to Peter.
Yeah.
Good work.
Got it. Yeah, basically, yeah, the reason we have to have that side is like right now you can mod the server, and when people join, as long as you didn't change like the textures or anything like that, they're instantly compatible. Like the clients are they'll just listen to whatever the server says it's doing. But if you need new textures or sounds or anything like that, we need a little more tech to make it work.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
That is some words.
Those are definitely words.
Your walk animation is silly. Let's take a look here.
Thank you for noticing.
That's how you walk.
That's true.
I've seen him walk. That's exactly how
That's what it's going to look like when I go back to my desk.
Sorry. I'm glad you couldn't see.
I saw. I see everything.
Is there going to be an open... How close are we to open beta? It's sort of like not got a date. Or did we figure out a date?
We don't have a date for that. We're just kind of taking it as we go. Because we, like, right now, like, there have been some sort of lag and similar sort of performance issues. And we just don't know, like, how well that stuff scales. So we're not getting ahead of ourselves is the main thing. Yeah,
I mean, it's easy to say, oh, our game is done. And then people that aren't quite ready for the beta experience might be a little upset if, you know, the game crashes on them, which it's done a few times.
Rambus, Reza Sheeb's asking who Rambus is.
I don't know.
That's
a secret.
Definitely not this guy.
That's not me. No.
It's not. Don't trust him.
Rambus, who's that? Oh no, they can see my Counter-Strike score then.
Oh wait, there's Beeflo here? I need that.
I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike and not coding a whole lot, so I'm worried. Actually, one thing we have now in the Steam integration, and I'm sorry that I'm mentioning this, Seth, because if you hit Tab, you can actually click on the profile of the people that are in your server and add them as friends.
Yes.
So it's like we're actually going to do this whole friends integration, which was actually not part of this recent patch, despite what patch notes might say.
Yep.
That it's like
sometimes miscommunications happen, like that time.
Well, so we are developing, and it's done internally, is friends-only servers. So you can't have, no strangers are going to come in your game. You don't need to worry about passwords. It's just anybody on your Steam friends list can join. So that's a new piece of tech to try to just like make the game a little easier. Because like if you look at the server listing right now, it's filled with people who are playing in passworded servers.
Yeah.
And so it's like you'll see this list of like 50 to 100 servers, and you can only join like 6 of them. So it's a little.
That's not really what we're going for.
Yeah, it's just like everybody's having fun and don't starve but me. Log a bug for Vito on that.
Yeah. People, I'm not having fun. Signed, Mark.
Yeah. No, actually.
God, I really want to just keep exploring.
I missed the beta signups. Is there any chance? Is it over? Am I done? Well, you're in the chat, so you are eligible to win a key today. We're going to give away 20 keys, or 10 lucky winners will
10
win
winners,
2 keys.
2 keys each. So that way you can start playing with a friend. Hopefully you have a friend to play with.
Yeah, if you have a friend, you can go into one of those locked servers and not let anybody in.
Yeah, be one of those cool people. No, I mean, like, obviously people want to play with their friends, and, like, if you're playing in a certain way, you don't want to be interrupted. But we are really hoping that people will, as we, like, change some of our sort of assumptions and designs, start to play in a more open capacity, because I think that's where a lot of the, like, interesting interactions happen. And, like, I have had way more fun when I've done that style play.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few of us here that, if you have a friend, in quotes, you guys, if you have a friend, the game is great. I'm really eager to get into the open server situation, the sort of drop in, drop out play. Like I'm like pushing for that every day, and it's like, nah, we got to make the game good. I mean, no, let's change everything.
I want both of those things. Oh God, this was a mistake. It's fine, fireflies.
No, it's not fine.
It's okay. It's gonna be fine. Die. Where is the fireflies? Come back.
Oh my God, it's right there. Seth,
I did it. I'm fine.
We're saving. You should not get any moments where your character freezes up. You should get less. We're still working on it. Like, if your character freezes up, sometimes if you look in the top left of your screen, we'll actually show you that there was a connection issue. it'll like start blinking like a broken network cable and say, hey, it's nothing we can do. The internet is not working for you. But a lot of the snapbacks were fixed in this latest patch.
Yeah. Vito did a bunch of good work there.
Basically, it replaces rubber banding with choppiness. Well, we also fixed a lot about the actual simulation. The prediction code just had bugs and stuff. Vito just like made it awesome. And then he also...
That's not a guarantee that it's going to be working perfectly. So if you guys are seeing issues still or are having different issues, please do like write new reports because it is a moving target.
Yeah. Yes, please, like, actually go to the forums and make a real, full bug report, because sometimes people say, oh, I had this problem.
And we make note of it on the stream, but, like, a lot of information is getting sent at us, so it doesn't all get remembered.
Yeah, but, like, they post it on the forums, but they don't give us the reproduction steps.
Right,
like, how do we cause this issue so we can actually fix it in the office?
That's awesome. That's really great.
Other thing, we upped the tick rate. Tick rate's now 15 by default, and we're playing with that. We're playing with 30 tick rate. We're doing all these like cool stuff behind the scenes to try to smooth the game out, make it a little more stable. And Vito's just sort of like, he's got that all. He's gonna figure it all out.
Vito's the master.
Yeah, Vito's the best. I made a lot of jokes at him last time I streamed.
So you have to make up for it with with pouring praise upon him.
Yeah, no, because he watches the stream after, and then he'll be like, "So, Mark,
what?
So
Come on, guys!
I heard rubber banding's a problem."
It's okay. The whole join the server thing is just all. And I mean that new server creation screen you made. Ugh, don't get me started, Mark. No, I'm just harassing him because like Mark is a programmer who does have a good design sense, but maybe has thought less thoroughly about some of the like UI problems than I tend to.
I think like if you have all the buttons on the screen and like a little text input box, you can enter commands.
Okay, so that's programmer UI. Like that. I mean, that's how I use my computer, but that's not how I like to use software.
The actual like server listing screen was like, it looks very reminiscent of the one I designed.
It does.
Which is so like you took my beautiful design. You're like,
goodness, it's magnificent. It's
the feng
just
shui of this
stunning.
Yeah, yeah, and then you just like put a little bit of decoration on it, and it's the same thing, really. To me.
I did actually end up using like maybe the entire backbone of what you originally built.
Yeah,
and fancied it up in a few ways, but
that's sort of the danger of programmer art, is that if it stays in there too long, it ends up just being the way things are done. So
yeah.
You had a lot of cool ideas for fixing that screen up, and I'm sure we will see that. Comments about like, are we going to keep adding more Don't Starve Together content?
Yeah.
Yes. We're gonna do
yes, we will.
We're gonna continue to do like those like little hotfix updates where we, you guys report bugs and we fix them right away for you. But we'll probably do like little, or wait together, make an actual update with some new content. I don't know at what cadence, maybe monthly, somewhere around that. We'll push out new patches with new stuff for you to do, probably new characters, and all that good stuff. I think we were actually going to increase the server size with this patch, and we just forgot. So
yes, we're going to be doing that after when we push our hotfix today.
Is Together coming to PS4? We don't know yet. It's certainly a plan. Like, it's certainly something we want to do, but I'm not working on it at the moment.
Yeah, that's a later problem.
Yeah, it's really easy to like develop on PC because we can just like push an update whenever we want.
It's so easy to be agile, and it's
like, oh yeah, we made the game worse. Okay, fix it.
Yep.
Stay late, Seth, and fix it.
I mean, hopefully not. We do a good job of like not crunching and not working overtime overall. Like obviously that's not 100% the case, but in general.
Actually, here's an interesting post. Interesting bit of chat. If I promise to not complain about the game crashing, am I more likely to get a key? No, we want to know what's wrong with the game. Like, we want to fix it. So we want crybabies. Sorry, this won't work. It's just not going to work for us.
God, I really need to eat some food.
Can we get into the story more in Don't Starve solo? Or
There
online?
may or may not be something to that effect coming. I don't know.
Oh, some story. You gotta eat.
I know.
You're like, I'm like always so nervous when we're on the stream that we're gonna die. Like it's my biggest fear in life.
I mean, I've died before.
How do you like go home at the end of the night and like unwind knowing you died on stream as the designer?
I don't sleep that night.
No, it's just over. Berries, can I have a key? Key, crash. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free. I got the chat open here and I'm watching it. It's sort of like a great chance to ask about what's coming next and let us know about what you think about Don't Starve Together. Tell us how you want to play too. Like
Yeah, we have like guesses and assumptions we made about that, and we've been watching streams and all that. But that doesn't mean we actually know everything about how you want to play. So if you have thoughts about that, let us know.
Yeah. When is Woody coming?
In the future, the year 3000.
Okay.
The distant future. No. I mean, that's another situation where, like, there is a more significant amount of work that needs to be done because we have to figure, like, in the base game, like, you can just change the lighting in the world and, like, fast forward time, and that's kind of how it just works. But when you have other players in the world, that gets a lot harder.
So far, you haven't built like anything.
You haven't built anything.
Well, I made the game.
Well, that's true. I guess I can't really disagree with that.
Here's a design question for you, Seth. Async multiplayer considered ? I don't know.
I don't know what that means in this context.
Well, because it's a design question, I thought like you would know what it means in this context.
I mean, it is drop in, drop out. Is like that is in a sense async.
I think that's what they meant. Yeah, so actually the game is drop in, drop out.
Yeah.
It's
like,
sort of tuned for like session play.
Yes.
Like right now you die and you stay dead. That's kind of one of the things holding back the dedicated servers. Is just kind of like, it's designed like a Left 4 Dead. There's a definitive end to the game, but that doesn't really work well with drop in, drop out or persistence. So that's probably our biggest like headache right now, I think, in the game. And we're just going to try a bunch of stuff till something sticks, I think. Controller support. Yeah.
That's a ways off, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was watching the one streamer and he was forced to play with keyboard and mouse and he was just
Was
like,
that Richard Hammer's
the guy that's
stream?
always smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was just like, this is not cool. He was just like, it was really frustrating. Felt bad for the guy. It's like, how do I play with the keyboard and mouse and smoke at the same time? This is never going to happen.
So Resershib's asking in the server about if they can get Wes, and the main reason, actually, like, he's probably one of the most straightforward characters to implement, but we haven't put him in before the other characters because for anyone who hasn't played Don't Starve before, then like one of their 6 characters, I mean, he would be the 6th, would be like this sort of hardcore mode character, and that maybe isn't great. So yeah, that's the main reason Wes is not in there yet.
Because I knew he already worked, or Wes already worked. I remember saying to you, I think I know which character we're implementing.
Again, like, Path of Least Resistance is often the answer. Game design.
Are those Mark of the Ninja and Don't Starve posters behind you? This is like a placard for a booth or something for Mark
Yeah,
of the
that
Ninja.
was from PAX one year, I think.
And then this Don't Starve thing was from our PAX booth as well. I don't.
Can they see that?
Apparently, they asked about it. And
Whoa.
that field of view.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know if we sell posters, but like a lot of people were asking about. We had like a really cool Don't Starve Together wall hanging done at PAX.
For our booth, like the door there.
Yeah, like at
that
least
thing-
3 or
that thing
4
was
people
good.
came up to me trying to buy it. It's like, no, we need the door.
We need that. We need our door. Thank you.
This
though.
little piece of paper is holding our door together so no one steals our stuff. Any more plans for Reign of Giants? I think Seth touched on Reign of Giants already, basically saying we're going to slowly introduce the content, or is that summarizing?
I mean, basically, like, we don't know exactly what that looks like yet. Oh, look, I guess someone started a base here.
That's where our base is going to be. Yeah, we don't exactly know what Reign of Giants is going to look like, but I suspect we'll start pulling in the best parts of Reign of Giants. I don't know if it's going to be a separate mode anymore, basically.
I mean, it'll be... Basically, how it's going to work is if you own Reign of Giants, then you can create a Reign of Giants server, and anyone can join those servers, but you can't play as a Reign of Giants character unless you own Reign of Giants, and you can't make your own server for Reign of Giants unless you own it.
Yeah, I mean that's a reasonable way to do it. Basically, there's a little bit of discussion there about creating Reign of Giants worlds, but the characters for sure it makes sense. Like,
yeah,
you can't be the frog dude. What's he called? The guy that's got the spider on his head, or no? The guy with there's a character with a spider on his head.
Weber. Why did you say frog dude? What's going on?
Because I thought he had like one of the.
Are you blackout?
I drink at work.
That's not true.
I'm looking up Weber. I got Mark Weber on Wikipedia.
Hey, that's you.
Okay,
now it's you. It was you
start.
all along. Did I send you that thing?
What's that?
My friend Jolie sent me this amazing YouTube video. I think her brother sent it to her. Yes, I found gold. That is like, did you ever watch the Pokemon TV show?
Yes, I watched the Pokemon TV show.
So there's like that Who's That Pokemon thing that they would do on commercial breaks. And this video is like a Who's That Pokemon with the outline of Pikachu. And then it like comes back and goes, who's that Pokemon? And it brings in this clip of Vince from WWE going, it was me all along. All of you were made fools. It's bloody amazing.
Yeah, I think you've posted that at least a dozen times since I started working here.
It's the thing that everyone needs.
Are there more berry bushes and stuff in Don't Starve Together? Depends on how you spawn your world. This is, I think, a medium-sized
This
world.
is all... the default size is now large, actually.
Oh, we fixed that. Sweet.
Yeah,
okay.
Just because like there's more players, so a little bit more space is kind of nice.
I think we saw a few set pieces. That's what made it look like there's a lot of berry bushes. We haven't done a lot of tuning to the spawn rates. We're still looking at that.
It seems like it's mostly fine, honestly. Like, it just kind of scales naturally. And
Frog dude. Thanks, guys.
You did this.
Well, I mean, this guy's...
In fairness, Mark did join after we finished Reign of Giants, so he can't be beholden to know everything.
The frog dude, I'm freaking dead. That's the response. There's a Frogger.
Oh yeah, Frogger.
Well,
we're adding Frog...
Maybe.
Just wait until someone makes Frogger and Don't Starve, and then you'll be vindicated.
Maybe we have a new character in the works. And it's
what? No, don't say that.
Maybe.
Because this is how, like, goddamn rumors get started, and then the whole community somehow gets into a situation, not somehow, very naturally gets into a situation where it's like, oh, they said about a frog character on the stream one time, so it's just a matter of time before they... You're the problem.
I'm just saying, Seth, what's more likely? I forgot the name of one of our characters.
That's true. Conspiracy. Teach the controversy.
Or we have a frog dude being made. I'm just saying.
See what you've done? Now they're asking about Wallace and Waverly.
Who are they?
Exactly.
I'm going to look them up.
You've created a monster.
Are they awesome? Have you seen the Markiplier character?
Yes.
I guess.
Markiplier is good.
Waverly is a witch, and Wallace is awesome. Wilbur. Who are all these characters? Seth, why didn't you put these guys into the game?
Because I don't care about anyone except myself.
You're very selfish.
That's true. And you know that about me now.
Froggen confirmed.
Seriously, someone make Frogger in this. You could.
You could. There's probably a trademark.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like...
Because we can't.
We can't. But someone could make a mod that is basically Frogger. Maybe it's Spiderer.
I'm not confirming Frogger, but like... No, some... Rule 34 Frogger. No, guys. No.
Nope. Moving along. But we have started to see some people making kind of like alternate gameplay experiences within Don't Starve, like that rabbit soccer thing you were talking about. which is really awesome. It's like a soccer field made out of wood walls, and you chase the rabbit around because it runs away from you. And then it's like the goals are a smaller like square of wood walls with tooth traps across the front.
Yeah, yeah.
So when the rabbit dies from a tooth trap, that's a goal.
It's gonna be pretty sweet.
I'm pretty excited about that. And like Reza Sheeb's been working on this Maxwell's, I forget exactly what it's called, mod. But it's basically like Don't Starve, and there's a couple little puzzles in there, and there's also like a maze that opens at night, so it's kind of like reverse timing of Maze Runner, that kind of thing in the center of the map. It's pretty cool.
Frog character confirmed, DLC release November 11th, 2014.
Goodness.
You heard it here first from the Mono Tinonide. I don't know how to say your name, buddy. Frog direct quote, we have a frog dude being made. Klei Entertainment 2014.
God, this is how disasters start.
Why did you have me on that? You should just come by yourself. If you guys don't see me on stream again,
You'll know why.
Yeah, sorry guys. Somebody had a really good question, and I was gonna like do like an alluding to what we're working on next, but I lost it with the frog stuff. Somebody was asking like moon rocks. I wish we could have like special chests we could lock and stuff like that.
Moon rocks and special chests.
Yeah, what did we actually introduce?
Moonrock Walls is the only new craftable we added in this update. There will be more at some point. I mean, it's like, again, it's a moving target. Like the Moonrock Walls we made as a response to a lot of people being concerned about like sort of safety of their base and like all the work that they've gotten done. They are like hard for another player to take down, basically, is the main thing about them. They're a little bit stronger than rock walls as well. But now we're kind of like, probably next update is going to focus on sort of co-op mechanics where like in the hunt, maybe it's a good idea to go on that hunt with another friend instead of just doing it by yourself.
Right.
So it's constantly changing what the game needs most. Sorry, what was the original question? I was just rambling.
I just sort of said like some rambling stuff. Like basically, somebody was asking, "Hey, it'd be cool if I could like lock my stuff on the server."
Oh yeah, I mean we are definitely going to have private chests at some point.
You guys are getting the broken chair icon. I drew that icon myself. It's a connection issue icon.
Did you actually draw it?
Yeah, I used MS Paint
You're a pro.
.NET.
You're a pro.
No, it's the .NET one. So that's why it's got like the nice beveled edges.
Nice.
I put that in. No, Vito actually implemented it, but I did draw the art for him because I'm,
You're a
team
programmer,
player.
designer, artist.
Yep.
That's what you are.
It's just the dream team. I do it all, like really. Walking simulator ? So it's kind of interesting. Like we do these 1 hour streams, and
Which is not how Don't Starve wants to be played, frankly.
yeah. If you've played Don't Starve before, it's more like a 4, 8 hour game with an abrupt end where you die. So a 1 hour stream, it's like surviving for 1 hour is pretty easy. Like you don't really have to think about it, but your hunger is always draining, and the world like is ramping up in difficulty. More crazy monsters and like hounds start coming at you, lightning bolts, deer clops. It's like this big giant Yeti monster, and he like comes and just messes up whatever you're doing. Go for the qualifying.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right after I take down this nest.
Yeah. So if this looks like walking simulator to you, it's mostly because we are just playing a 1 hour game.
Yeah, like this game is kind of made for like several hours of play. Is your average session?
Yeah. So my chat broke, and I was like, oh no, our internet's down. Oh god, our stream's not working. And then I was like, oh wait. Now I know. We're still on the internet.
We are in the internet. We're here on the internet. Welcome to this, Mark.
Hey, here's a serious question. Besides, Half-Life 3 is confirmed, which is correct. I did confirm Half-Life 3 here. I can speak for Valve when I say that.
Yep, that's fair. I think they're comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think. I own many of their products, so I feel...
Yeah, I mean, that basically means you work for them, right?
Yeah. Actually, I have a nice skin in Counter-Strike. I have a Cyrex gun.
You love the Counter-Strike gun skins so damn much.
Feel free to send Rambus some Counter-Strike gun skins.
God, you You are an astonishing man, Mark.
No, this could work out for me.
It could. It absolutely could.
But here's a serious question. Like, I want to sort of bring it back to rational, serious questions. What about the pyro, Seth?
So the pyro, God, you are just the worst. You're actually the worst man. No, the pyro was something we made during development on Reign of Giants, more as just like kind of a fun thing than anything else. It was a character we made. It is fully implemented. We may end up adding it at some point, but there's no guarantee that it'll happen. It does, like, feel like it makes a little bit more sense to God, why isn't F working? That's bizarre.
Why don't you kite him, like, go to the other side?
Well, I'm trying to pincer him with this other guy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was just trying to troll you.
You're
basically.
the worst.
But yeah, like, pyro is something we've done. We don't know what we're doing with pyro.
Yeah. It might fit more naturally into the multiplayer than single player. It just has kind of like a nod to Valve as a thanks for them giving us all of this great online gameplay.
Yeah, so
or game tech, rather.
Yeah, like
we're using a lot of Steam API stuff.
Yeah, we started implementing everything ourselves, and then when we went and did the Steam integration, we're like, oh, this is way better.
Yeah.
Let's just throw out what
There's
we
a
did.
lot of really good stuff that they've already done.
Yeah, they're awesome. They know what they're doing. There's a question about, has the connection issue with the location messing with the game fixed? I assume you mean like you crash and you spawn somewhere different. I'm not sure about that. I haven't actually been able to repo that crash. The way the game works is supposed to work anyways. When you spawn as a new character, you all spawn in the same place. But if you've been on that server before, you'll respawn where you logged off. So
Yes.
you don't go back to that starting location. You go to wherever you were when you logged off. So it's not like there's no teleportability. Seth, are you ever going to get this guy?
I'm just trying to chase him back over to where I want to set up my base, which is over here.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Question is, will any of this DST stuff make it into DS? We talked about some of the stuff we want to put into DS. I don't know, I don't know if we have like a super firm commitment on that, but I mean,
What was
anything
the question? Sorry.
stuff that we do for multiplayer that would fit naturally into the single player experience.
We're
not-
There will be things that we bring back, but it's not going to be everything. Like
No, like new content.
this is a new game.
Yeah.
Like it is an expansion for Don't Starve in that we are expanding on the Don't Starve experience, but it is a new game. It is a separate entry in your Steam library. It is a standalone expansion, and that means that there will be stuff that goes into this that is not going to Don't Starve.
Hashtag Seth is love, Seth is life.
Aw.
You know, every time
thanks,
Seth gets a
guys.
piece of like fan art or something, like a picture of him in a bathtub or something.
What? No, it's
you know,
a
every
clam.
time we get that. Okay, it was a clam. Sorry, I was mixing up something here. But every time Seth gets that thing, we all gather around and we look at his fan art, and we have a good laugh. So please,
Feel free to
Seth enjoys
continue
it.
drawing that.
Are we still working on Don't Starve, and how consistently? We work on Don't Starve. Like, I think we actually are, it's mostly maintenance.
Yeah,
stuff
it's
now.
like little patches and hot fixes.
Mark for prep.
But we're not really like the 6 months of content that we promised for Don't Starve is done, and then we decided to do an expansion on top of that, which is also done. Like Don't Starve Together is what we're working on now, and sometimes that bleeds back into Don't Starve, but you should think of that as a bonus, not something that is expected.
Yeah. Like, I know we had some ideas for new features, and we just like, well, this would really help Don't Starve, and if it's like so obvious that Don't Starve needs it, we'll bring it in, kind of thing. Mark for president. Yep, I want to be the president of Canada when I grow up.
You'll never be a grown-up.
Nope. Still no rock lobster fix. No, I think that's a feature. When I started here, I thought I should fix that.
Yeah, it's a feature at this point.
So the rock lobster thing, like, I remember like reading what
Oh
happens.
god,
It's
I'm
like
gonna die. Nope, I didn't. Sweet.
the lobsters follow you out of the caves and then just replicate until your world is
Yeah,
so
basically.
slow. Yeah.
Don't bring an invasive species into the world. I mean, like, come on.
That's how it works.
It's just common sense.
Yeah. It's like the punishment for trying to play our game. You played it wrong. Here's some rock lobsters everywhere.
Well, I mean, it's not like it's completely unreasonable. Like, the game expects you to know sort of arcane things about it. in that way.
Yeah, I mean, the first time you play Don't Starve, you hit a beehive. Like, guaranteed, you go and you hit a beehive with your axe and you
Yeah.
die. Like, that's
just what's going to happen.
I was at PAX and I was watching people play Don't Starve for the first time, and they immediately went to the beehive and they immediately hit it, and they never went back to that beehive. They learned their lesson.
Yeah.
All joking aside, like I don't know what the rock lobster deal is, why we haven't fixed that, but it's just like
I mean, it's because it's not an easy fix, and like it's
you can avoid it, I guess.
yeah, it's not like critical path.
Okay. I hear some questions about Vita. There's apparently some performance issues. I mean, I personally play Don't Starve on the Vita the most. I haven't had those issues, but I guess I probably don't build big bases, or I don't do a lot of caves. I don't know if we have a method for reporting bugs.
I mean, we have like our bug tracker.
Yeah.
On the forums. That's the place to do it.
Yeah, you should definitely voice, if you have a problem with like the Vita build, you definitely should voice your opinion on that, or like if you have a situation that does crash the game,
Yeah.
we can
like if there are bugs, please report them. And
Yeah.
like we can't fix every bug, but if the bug is bad enough, we will do our best to fix it.
Yeah, like I mean, if you can't enjoy your experience, we'll definitely fix that. We stand behind our products. We try to make games that are good with frogmen.
Goodness.
Yeah. Seth is love, Mark is life. There we go. That's it. That's a good
that's
hashtag.
nice.
I like that much better. What about development for PS Vita? Vito?
PS Vita. Vito is on. Yeah, I play Don't Starve mainly on Vito.
Yeah. I don't know what PS Vito is, but I assume you meant Vita. Vito is one of our programmers here on Don't Starve, so I'm going to tell him that.
I like it.
Rock lobsters should be a bigger priority. I can never befriend them anymore because of this feature. I won't stand for it, Seth. Yeah, I mean, I know I've actually seen that like every stream, something about rock lobster. So
I mean, it's been like an issue for a while, but like, so there's also things to keep in mind that like the people who are on the forums are sort of like the power. Yes, we're not saying that your problems aren't real, but it is a fact that like rock lobsters is not necessary, and getting them to follow you is not necessarily something that most users are engaging with, and like I don't know. It's as with any bug that gets reported, like we just have to look at it and say, is this enough of a priority that we need to address it? Is it higher priority than what else we're working on for this game? Is it worth like pushing a whole new patch just to fix this one thing? Because there is like a often it takes like a couple days to get a build ready and check it and push it out, and that's like 2 days that we're not making Don't Starve Together better. So.
Yeah. Basically, what was unattended about?
I mean, nothing really. Like, I think it is possibly actually a bug that they reproduce as heavily as they do on the overworld, but at the same time, like, they're not in their natural habitat. Like, that's not an unreasonable thing. Like, I don't know. I don't personally see it as that much of.
You guys, I just want to keep.
Yeah, the real bug is what Clown Baby said, is that like if you do manage to off them all, that like the herd component gets carried over with them, and like that's the real thing, is that because of the way they're written, that's kind of just what happens, which is done so that like they continue existing in the world over time, and I mean that can get out of hand, but that's part of the game.
There's so many good questions about rock lobsters I want to ask you, Seth. Look, I'm not gonna. This is just the last comment, and this is the solution. And I know you didn't think of this. Have you tried max lobsters equal 50? It's pretty obvious. Seth.
I'm just gonna take a deep breath.
Sorry, I play a lot of Counter-Strike, so I'm not used to interacting politely with others.
No, it's fine. You're. That's true.
Classic programmer. It's a feature. Okay, rock lobster plushie. That'd be awesome. I actually
that would be super good.
On Twitch,
I like that a lot.
My username is Klei Lobster.
There you go.
Huh? I thought that was
you
clever.
understand.
Yeah.
You understand what's good.
What about giveaways? When are you giving us stuff? We're gonna give you stuff soon. very soon.
Yeah, actually, what time is it?
Fif-
We should probably do that
5:50.
giveaway now.
We should start giving you stuff. Okay, you guys spawn some stuff to kill them. Why are they not here? Where do they all go?
I don't know.
Can you like, Vito has like a gather
gotta
of
eat.
players. How do you feed others? Well, teach us how you feed others, Seth.
I will show you on the stream.
Feed them poison. No, give them the mushroom.
Feed, right click, and then I make him eat it. I actually just fixed the issue where you can give people food that hurts them. Unless PvP is enabled, then you can still do it.
Nice. We should do don't starve chess sets. Yes. I would
Okay,
love that.
I'm going to stand by this.
Or you gotta kill them. You can't feed mushrooms. Oh, we already fixed that, I guess. Or you already did.
I don't
didn't
know.
do anything.
No, that patch hasn't gone out yet. I don't know what's going on with the mushrooms.
They're just fixed.
I'll have to. That's a separate bug. Actually, I need to look at that. Anyways, I'm going to toggle over to this DS giveaway, and we're gonna start giving away keys.
You get a key, and you get a key, and you get a key.
Everyone gets a key.
Yeah.
Not everyone.
No.
Just 10 people, and they will get 2 keys each. What do we want our keyword to be today?
Frogger. Frogman.
Frogger.
It wasn't Frogger, though. You guys had a
Oh,
better name for him. What was it? Come on, quick, guys. We got to give you keys. What's the name of the Frogman dude? Okay. Nobody helped. Just call it whatever.
Well, let's just do Frogger.
Yeah.
So exclamation point Frogger.
They're already entering it.
Yeah.
They're like, did you already hit?
Yeah,
They're
it's
fast.
set. They're ready. They know they know what to do.
I think like there might be some demand for keys.
It's possible. I hear.
What are we at for viewers? 700. Nice.
Yeah, nice. Excellent.
It was like we balanced off the plaid, really. Like with the deep V-neck, you kind of brought in a different kind of viewer.
Yeah. Well, I tried to do it last week with my plaid, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he had
and
his shirt unbuttoned, like
completely.
like
No,
here.
no. Come on. I have a wrestler neck. I have to unbutton it a little bit more than usual. It's the law.
It's just the law. Yeah, we had to ask him to button up his shirt.
It was a mic problem, not a overstimulation problem.
I asked him before I knew that he was wearing a lapel mic. I just want you to know that. You might have.
It might have been an overstimulation problem.
Yeah, like this can't work in such close quarters with you in this situation. So, like we said, we're giving away 10 keys to our closed beta. Don't Starve Together. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching. I think probably next week we're going to be back with Invisible Ink because they've got an update coming out next week. And I think like going forward, we're going to try and do a better job of alternating weeks which game we're showing. Just because like on a week-to-week basis, honestly, there's not all that much that's visibly changing.
Yeah, I mean, we had an update this week. I don't think you even found the meteorites. They probably don't start right at the...
Well, I didn't find the rocky biome at all.
Yeah.
And even then, like they only happen every so often, so...
I heard somebody concerned about people like macroing typing this. I think you can only get 1 entry per account.
Yeah.
So.
Like if you've already typed exclamation point Frogger, doing so subsequent times does not increase your chances. You get 1 entry and that's it.
Yeah, like I'm looking, people are still typing Frogger, and the number of people
is not increasing in that same rate.
Yeah, so if you've typed Frogger, you're okay, you guys. You're probably okay.
Probably.
It's gonna be all right.
Unless you've just become infatuated with the word Frogger, then maybe
this could actually be their like make us Frogger exclamation mark.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going on.
I think if you could just call it exclamation point Frogger, it's not illegal. Is that true?
Don't
listen to me.
I'm not a lawyer.
Don't ever listen to me.
But I am an artist in Don't Starve Together.
That's
and
true.
A designer.
All true.
So
you might as well be a lawyer.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Like it's just.
I mean, we have a EULA. That's like being a lawyer.
Yeah. I didn't write the EULA,
No.
or it would be way less permissive. It'd be like, don't do anything ever. Ha ha ha.
That seems fine.
Give us money. Yes. Let's recap for the people that just joined us when our stream actually started at 3.
Yeah, so Rhymes with Play is a weekly devcast that we do here at Klei. We show off a game and kind of chat about the design and stuff. This week it was Don't Starve Together. It happens every Thursday at 3:30 Pacific time, and it lasts 1 hour. Next week again will probably be Invisible Ink. If you missed the mention at the beginning of the cast, or Then we've got our little Beefalo friend here. He's on the Klei store now. He fits very conveniently inside of Chester, which is true to scale. No, that's not true. Yeah, so check those out on the store. There's like an alternate color Beefalo as well that's a limited edition.
Those are out there, yeah, and they're selling well, and you better get in soon if you need them for Christmas. Don't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Buy stuff.
So it looks like the entries numbers kind of stopped ticking up. So I'm gonna start rolling for winners. Pieface1234. I feel like that person might have won in the past, actually.
Well,
To just send a message, Pieface. Let us know if you have already won or you are here or want these keys or whatever. Because if I'm remembering correctly and you've already won and you're feeling generous, I can roll for someone else. But yeah, we don't want to just
this is Pieface1234. Maybe it was Pieface123 last
That's
time.
true. I wouldn't remember that difference.
Yay, thanks guys, he wants the keys.
Okay, sweet.
Pieface.
You're getting the keys. 2 of them. It's going to be rad.
Douze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mark, you're an expert.
1, 2, 2 keys.
Oh.
We were talking a lot about my trip to Paris.
Second roll. Quickie Naya. Congratulations. I'm just going to start sending these because it's going to take too long if I wait for everyone.
To respond and say.
Yeah.
I also feel Quickie Naya has won before, but that is based off of nothing.
It's just a feeling you have.
It's just a feeling. It's just totally a feeling. Frogger. You cannot. Can they still enter with Frogger?
Yes, if you're just arriving, you could enter, but the pool stays the same. So even though I've started rolling for people, Neovin919, congratulations. Just because I have started giving out keys doesn't mean that the pool is different. So you entered Frogger at one point after I said Frogger, then you are all set and you do not need to keep spamming it.
Yes. So.
In fact, please do not.
Yes, I think actually asking them not to spam will increase the Frogger spam.
I mean, if they're anything like you.
It's like, let's talk a little bit more about rock lobster.
Wilson McMarthin, congratulations. You got some keys. What do you want to talk about, Mark?
Just the random stuff in chat. Chat is dead, question mark. Hey, you guys crashed? What? What happened to our game? The game's gone.
Are we still streaming? It does seem like chat has kind of stalled. No, you're still getting stuff.
You guys, are we still here?
Yeah, I think so.
Guys?
Oh, God.
Guys? Hello? Loud noises? I'm looking.
Somebody tell me I'm alive.
There are 700 people potentially watching us. Check if we're online.
It's a very exciting stream today.
Mark,
Pokefan895.
Question, Mark, I drew you. Where do I send it? Seth, where do people usually send you drawings of yourself?
Some of them have gotten sent to me on Twitter. I'm at SI Rosen, or actually, no, sorry, it's Sir Rosen, SIRR, on Twitter. Some people post it on our forums.
Okay.
Life finds a way, you know?
Yeah, if you really need to get me a photo, a drawing of myself that you did, yes. You'll find a way. If it was meant to be. Yeah, I do not have a Twitter. I was checking it thinking I should plug it, but all I have is I entered 3 contests and I tweeted Tic Tac asking them why their orange Tic Tacs aren't orange anymore. And that's it. So I thought nobody really needed to follow that.
Zarly8, congratulations.
Congrats, Zarly.
Probably pronouncing that wrong.
This is
Charlie, maybe? I don't know.
Charlie with an X8.
That's, yes.
Charlie.
That's how spelling happens.
I don't know if you can private message. I'm Klei Lobster. Mwah.
Is that your Twitter as well?
No, I'm Klei Lobster on Twitch.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I'm at work.
I see. Dark Pazin PKer or something. You got DST keys. Congrats. We got 3 more winners to go.
Okay, and I'm going to pronounce the other names from now on. I want to make sure your name. Okay, Coulter16.
You're an expert,
Congratulations. You have just won 2 shiny new Don't Starve Together keys. Welcome to the beta. We look forward to seeing you soon.
You're doing a great job.
Congratulations, Otto von Chesterfield. You're now part of the Don't Starve Together beta.
And
Welcome.
so is one of your friends.
Yes, you and a friend. Don't have any friends?
Or enemy. You could give it to an enemy. That's fine.
Don't have any friends? Ask in chat. Maybe you can find one.
Yep. There's also like a DST Keys sub forum on
Our
forums.
stream is not loading for me. Seth, you may need to refresh. You're seeing us now. Guys, can you actually... They must be, because they're saying congrats. They must be seeing us. Our internet is potato.
Cam Chow
Here at the
is
office.
the last winner.
Cam Chow, welcome to the beta.
Yeah, sorry if there's a little dead time there, but we were just sending out keys, and if you have something in your inbox, whoa, you won. If you don't, you did not.
Somebody else posted saying Sir Rosen is my... S.I. Rosen? Oh, that's...
That's me.
Okay, I thought
wrote
somebody
that.
else said, this is my Twitter.
Who's taking my Twitter?
Okay, well, congrats. Go to the, like, we're
Oh,
on
yeah.
big. Make
You want
me
to do
big.
cam only?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're huge
Oh, my
on this
goodness.
camera.
Fix my collar.
Yeah, well, I mean, Mark, you're splitting open there.
I actually didn't know I was going to be on the stream today. My little button's broken. And
It's embarrassing as
I
hell.
was concerned.
God, everyone's staring at it now.
Well,
I'm staring at it.
We're probably like, what, we're 1080p?
Yeah,
high def.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The makeup,
Recorded forever.
yeah, we didn't even have time for makeup. I didn't know. Like, hair and makeup didn't come in. Nothing was ready for me. I can't work under these conditions, Seth.
It's embarrassing, really.
It's absolutely embarrassing. Yeah, like, so congratulations to our winners today.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us on.
Yeah, thanks
on
again.
It Rhymes with Play. We do
Rhymes
this
with Play.
every Thursday at,
3:30 Pacific time,
yes,
which was 1 hour ago. And now we're done because it's been an hour. So thanks for tuning in. We personally will see you probably in a couple weeks, but the Rhymes with Play Devcast will be back next week. Yeah.
You guys forgot the lipstick. Actually, my lips are naturally rosy like this, so I don't need lipstick.
That's true. I can vouch for that. It's not just today.
What about that third beefalo you showed us 2 streams ago at Klei Lobster? Are we having 2 special
There are
beefalos?
3 alternate colors. There's a black beefalo, a like sort of smoke-colored beefalo, and then this like neon purpley one, which is especially rad. Those are still coming. They should be ready before too long. I don't know exactly what the timeline is for that, but yeah, look for that on our store.
Yeah, and that's store.kleyentertainment.com.
It certainly is.
I guessed it, guys.
You figured out the URL. You're a goddamn internet expert, Mark.
I figured it all out, like natural rosy lips hashtag. Thank you. I'm so glad I could spawn so many hashtags.
Oh, you're gonna get some weird pictures. I guarantee it.
I feel like actually, so there's one of those like Kappa faces. We only gave away 9 keys, I'm being told.
Is
Seth,
that
could you
accurate?
delete a key?
It's possible I screwed that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This
6,
could be
7,
terrible.
8,
I don't know if you're just
9,
trolling
10.
me.
No,
No.
10 got given away.
Okay, so maybe the stream stalled for that
Yeah,
one key.
but we did give away 10.
Yeah, so somebody else won.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10.
Yeah, that.
You're wrong.
How dare you?
And I have a way to prove it.
Klei
But not
Entertainment,
without
are those
giving these keys
beefalos
away.
coming into the game? Do you want to start a rumor? No, those beefalos
stream
are
is
not.
over.
No,
No, we will not be adding the alternate colors of the beefalo to the stream.
I just can't wait to see Joe like moderating the forum, just like, where did all this stuff come from? This garbage.
And that was the last time Mark was ever let in public.
Yeah, so if I don't see you guys again, it was an absolute pleasure to be on the company front-facing side of things. I might be back to programming for a while.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Take care.